today's video, we're at Mark Twain National Forest while training and the water's running good. We're then headed to the Waterfalls down in Arkansas, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Tim, and today we're going to go for an adventure. We're going to go here in the Mark Twain National Forest to some of these creeks that are rock bottom, and most of the time during the summertime they're completely dry. But with this rainy season we've been getting the last few weeks, just rain, tons of rain, they've come alive, and we're going to walk down the creek beds and look at the way that the water flows down them whenever there's actually water in them, and explore those as well. We're going to go for some short hikes, and then we're going to head south down to Arkansas and do the same thing and explore some of my favorite waterfalls down in Arkansas. So let's get going. Start our hike off of the 76 highway. We're down here just north of Eagle Rock, and this is out in Mark Twain National Forest at Rock Creek. This is a branch that comes into Rock Creek from the north, so let's explore. You really see a lot down here when you get off the beaten path, leave the roadway, and go cross country. Most of the hikes here in the Ozarks are pretty easy. One thing I have noticed this year is there's a lot of ticks out, so be careful with that. I like wearing a mid-range hiking boot whenever I'm out. I always wear waterproof boots. It just makes the hike just a little bit more enjoyable and protects your feet from the hike. Look at this water out here, isn't it amazing? It's nice and cold, it's flowing good, and the scenery out here is just breathtaking. Anyone that's ever wanted to start a rock garden with a waterfall, here's some ideas. It's really hard to believe that this is like this just after the hard rains and in the spring and the fall. In the summertime it dries up like a light trickle through here. Nothing like this. So get out here, enjoy it while you can. Plan some trips in the woods, and this is definitely the time of year to do it. So get out and enjoy it. See here where the runoff streams meet the main creek here. Makes for a little bit deeper channel through here. People have asked me, are there fish out here? And really there's not. With the type of stream this is, it's more of a wetlands type stream that comes about after rains and melts, so no fish here. As you guys know, I grew up in Kansas, and Missouri is absolutely nothing like Kansas is. I came here to take a sheriff's deputy job working a K9 dog, a dog kilo. We used to track people through these woods, do manhunts, catch fugitives and criminals. But at the end of the day, I just really enjoyed patrolling, seeing all this beauty, and it was well worth the change of pace. Uprooting my family and moving to Missouri. It really was just never a bad day.
2, 3. Remember when you told me that I should take it slow, but I can't stay when the world is waiting. I'm too used to being on my own. Hearts will break.
Well, we made it. We made it to Arkansas. This is Falling Water Creek, one of my favorite creeks in Arkansas. You can find a lot of different waterfalls on this, and we're going to go down to one of my favorite hikes and hit it. When we get done with that, we'll start looking around for some camp and relax for the evening. Alright, this trail that we're on here is an old horse trail. It's a really pretty area here. We're in Arkansas, and this trail here is going to lead us to some really wonderful waterfalls and some beautiful sights, so let's get hiking. This is the Richland Creek Wilderness, and this is the famous Fuzzy Butt. Fuzzy Butt's one of my favorite waterfalls. Just back here in these hills, just so enchanted-like. It's so cool in the summertime, gets you back out of the heat, and just a really neat place. One of the things I love about this hike, there's just something around each corner, it seems like. The further you walk, the more cool things you run into. Check out what's ahead. This is Six Fingers Waterfalls. This is one of my favorite waterfalls in Arkansas because it was the first waterfall I've ever experienced. We were camping at the horse ranch down the road and did some exploring on the way home, taking our time, and ran across this waterfall, and I've been visiting waterfalls ever since. One of the things I love about this is there's just not a bad angle. Just if you walk a little bit further or explore a little bit further out, there's always a different view. Some people just take it on from one spot, but I like to move around and get a full perspective of everything. Probably the most challenging part about this is the hill climb. It's really not that bad. You just got to take one step at a time, watch where you're putting your feet, and if you're not really conditioned for this type of thing, just again take it slow. The hills don't really bother me much. I actually love it. They're a really good exercise. If you've never got out and hiked like this, I highly encourage it. If you're in the shape or condition, might check with your doctor first, but a path like this is really great for the mind and soul. It's not paved, it's not a man-made path, it's nature. It cuts through the trees and follows where other people have been. And the beauty around it is breathtaking. I highly recommend this. tonight was the pink moon. What a beautiful moon it was. Still not doing good at taking pictures of the moon, but hopefully someday I'll improve. Well, first things first, got to get some coffee. What a beautiful place this was to camp last night. I slept like a rock with the sound of the water going in the background. It was great. And just a beauty this morning. It's a nice sunshine day. I'm going to take my time packing up camp, enjoy this, and probably head down towards the Buffalo today. Made it to the Buffalo. It was flooded and the water was high and we were the only ones there. I'll tell you more about that in the next video. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun getting out for the weekend and exploring and doing some hiking and camping, and the dogs even had a good time out playing. If you enjoyed this video or got any value out of it, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.